Hello YouTube, what is good? Well, recently, about 2 months ago, I changed my tethering solution up to a wireless solution. More about that in this video. Let's roll the intro and dive more into this. Welcome this week where it's all about tethering and more specific a wireless tethering solution. I've had my eye on a wireless solution for quite some time now, but unfortunately never really changed because of limitations in speed. Well, it was Black Friday 2 months ago, and the device I've had my mind set on had an enormous discount. So, well, I'd given it a shot and bought it. It's called the CamFi Pro. If you want a quick review, here it is. It's just awesome. No longer are you limited to a cable. The only thing you have to learn to live with is a small delay between actually taking the pictures and sending them to your computer. Now, first things first, how do I tether? Well, pretty easy. I'm using Phase 1 Capture One software to do all my tethering. I've been shooting tethered for years now, and well, that's a must for me. You immediately get your images on a screen, which is a lot larger than the back of your camera. So for sure, easy to adjust something when it's not right. Think of clothes, details, lights, and so on. You can go on with that list. How does it work practically? Well, that's pretty simple. You just switch on your CamFi device. You then look for a wireless connection on your computer, notebook, or whatever device you're using. Once that's done, you turn on the server software, the client software you get from them, and set it to start. Once that software is running, you just switch on your tethering software. In this case, it's Capture One I'm using, and then you see the device attaching as a new camera in the software. And off you go, ready to shoot and create stunning images. Now, when you order the device, you can mount it straight onto your hot shoe on your camera, or you can buy it with an L bracket to attach it to the camera. I've decided to go for that solution since I'm always having my Chrome trigger on top of my camera, and I can't leave it just hanging on my camera. That might fall off. So I just want to make sure that when I attach it to my camera, that everything is attached the way it should be attached, and it's not like just hanging on my camera, which would be dangerous. And if it falls, it's probably just broken. So another thing you can get when buying the CamFi Pro is the USB cables they have. They are really nice because they have that 90-degree angle, and they let you attach the cable straight into your USB ports of the camera. That way they don't get stressed by just hanging there. And about the weight of the device, it looks pretty big, but just keep in mind that it's just not heavy at all. Well, it takes a little bit of weight into account, but when you're already shooting with a full frame, you're shooting with a 7200, and on top of that the Chrome trigger and the device, well, it's still heavy, but you get used to it, and it's not so big. It's still big, but it's about the size of the width of your camera. So it's about this size. I will show it later. At least for me, it's not too heavy. Now, build quality of the device is more than okay. It doesn't feel cheap or anything. It's really nice. It looks modern, so no complaints on that part of the CamFi Pro. Now, about the speed. I'm shooting with a Nikon D850, which has 46 megapixels. That comes to about 35 megabytes per file. Transferring that versus a JPEG, of course, makes a difference in speed. Long story short, if you transfer a JPEG, it's really instant, about a second, like snap, snap, snap. If you transfer a RAW file, it gets a bit trickier. Now, if I'm shooting in RAW, I'm shooting in NAV format, which is about 35 megabytes per file, so it takes about 7 seconds to transfer the file. Some people say it's long, others say that's okay. Well, that's totally up to you. You have to decide if it's okay for you. Now, depending on my shooting speed, for me it's fine because my device has a camera, an image buffer of 27 images. So if I'm shooting, I got the time to shoot images without having to look at the screen each time. So I can shoot up to 27 images before I have to stop and actually have to wait before the camera transfer the files to the computer. Now, ideally, I would like to have two memory cards in my device, in my camera. One that stores the RAW files and another one that stores the JPEG files. Now, the D850 still has an XQD slot, but for me that's too expensive to upgrade because it's like about, for 16 GB in memory card, it's like 130 euros or something. So I'm still hoping that Nikon will make the same upgrade they did with the Z series, which is upgrade the XQD slot to a compact flash slot. So I can just use the old compact flash memory cards, put them in the camera and have them store the JPEG images. So the transfer would be a lot quicker. So I would transfer the JPEG file straight into Capture One, my tethering software, and then just later, after the shoot is done, on my own time, just transfer the RAW files after it with a cable connected. That's totally personal, that's totally up to you what you prefer. Now, battery life is okay, but it's not perfect. It's about 3 to 4 hours before recharging it again, for at least 1 hour to have it recharged completely. So keep in mind that the battery they use is one from a Samsung Galaxy Note 3 battery, so from a smartphone. So if you order just a few batteries extra, you will be sure to be able to shoot the entire day. That's something totally personal. I've ordered mine already, still waiting for them, already 3 weeks or something, so I have to check with that delivery to see what they are up to. Now, another thing you can do with this device, with the CamFi, is you can use it to control the camera remotely from wherever you're sitting in front of the camera. So if you want to take selfies, that's perfectly fine. This device enables you to do just that. Now, keep in mind that if you're using this, you can only use or the smartphone to control the camera, or you can use the camera to shoot wireless. The both together, it doesn't work together. So you have to split it up. You have to decide what you want to prefer. Now, just to put an end to everything, my conclusion, well, it's just an easy solution. You are no longer hearing the sound of the camera connecting, disconnecting in Windows. It just stays connected. Once it's connected, it doesn't lose connection, it just stays connected. It's just easier to move around. You can move freely in and around the model in the studio. You don't have to think about, oh no, I'm gonna pull something over, because I'm just reaching for that little extra centimeter to have the perfect shot. Just keep it in mind that you're free to move around, but you have a delay when transferring the files. If you can live with the delay from 7 seconds, well, just buy it. It's not so cheap. It's about $329 if I can remember correctly, but that's totally perfect for me. And with the Black Friday, it was a discount of 100 euros, so really a must-have. So yeah, that's about it. Now I'm gonna show you the device in a little B-roll, and I hope you enjoyed it. And then I'll see you when I see you. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, give me a like, and thank you very much for watching. See you again when I see you. Ciao, ciao.